Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where we get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, included today where it's all about the US. The American economy grew at an annual rate of 3.5% in the third quarter, a better figure than economists were expecting. It had grown an even faster 4.6 annual pace in the second quarter. These third quarter numbers were driven in part by an unusual spurt in federal spending, combined with strong exports and along with investment in business equipment. But the numbers showed that consumer demand did not grow quite as strongly, perhaps hinting at some loss of momentum. In fact, last week, initial jobless claims in the US were marginally higher. Still, over the past month, fewer Americans filed applications for unemployment benefits than at any time in the last 14 years. Wall Street rose and the gold price sank. Oil also slid as the Federal Reserve ended its bond buying, and American oil production surged to its highest level in more than 30 years. The New York Times is reporting that just 2 years after avoiding prosecution for a variety of crimes, some of the world's biggest banks are suspected of having broken their promises to behave. That's prompting prosecutors to revisit earlier settlements. There are some big-name banks involved, including Standard Chartered, Barclays and UBS. Auditing firm PwC is also drawing the ire of regulators for fudging reports on alleged bank sanction-breaking activity. This may become a big story in the next week or so. The only notable news outside the US today comes from Brazil, where there was an unexpected jump in their official interest rates. Brazil's central bank increased its benchmark rate by 25 basis points to 11.25%, surprising analysts who had predicted no change following their recent federal election. In New York, US Treasury 10-year bond yields have slipped following the US GDP announcement and are now at 2.29%. The oil price fell and is now just above $81 a barrel, with the Brent price just below $87 a barrel. American output data released earlier today shows strong gains in their domestic production. The gold price also fell sharply again, is now below $1,200 an ounce. It's at $1,196 an ounce. We start today with our currency holding its sharply lower level of the past few days. It's now at 78.5 US cents, 88.9 Aussie cents, and the TWI is at 76.5. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.